1987, and from 2000 he
We do some simple exercise because we've been just sitting for an extra 20 minutes.
I'm very glad to be here this morning. Not glad because we are here to do something about, I'm not glad about the fact that there are so many diabetic people in this country, but I'm glad that we can be here to open up a room that will serve the people that have diabetes, because that is the ultimate role of the Ministry of Health and Medical Services, to continually provide services to people that need this. And as we all know, this diabetes has become one of the biggest problems that we have in this country. But nevertheless, I'm glad to be here, and I thank you for the invitation to be officiating at the opening of the Rakiraki Foot Unit. The clinic to deal with the problems that people with diabetes have with their feet is something that is needed right across the country, because of the extent to which diabetes is impacting on the lives of the people in our country. So I'm very glad that to be here at Rakiraki to be able to see this. When I was given the draft speech to address you this morning, I was quite shocked at some of the statistics that were given to me. I am familiar with the statistic that now in Fiji, 1 in 3 people roughly has diabetes. 1 in 3. That means of the 3 people to my left here, on average it is likely that one of them has diabetes. Either the representatives from Diabetes Fiji, or the subdivisional medical officer, or my good friend here with the video camera. 1 in 3. That's how bad it is. 1 in 3. And if you just go back 30 to 40 years, it was far, far less. So this thing is like a tidal wave. Diabetes is becoming like a tidal wave that is engulfing the whole country. And it's something that every single mother, father, talatala, priest, teacher should be worried about and should be doing something about. It is something that you have to address. 1 in 3. Not only that, the even more shocking statistic that I saw when the speech was given to me, I have always known that in Fiji, roughly every 12 and a half hours, somebody gets a piece of their foot cut off because of diabetes. 1 every 12 and a half hours. But the statistic they're telling me now, it is now gone worse. It has gone from 1 every 12 hours to 1 every 8 hours. That means from this morning, from this morning at 6 o'clock, somebody got amputated on average. At 2 p.m., somebody else got amputated. Every 8 hours, people are getting amputated. That's the extent to which this thing is affecting the lives of people in this country. And the complications, yeah, that's what they have, every 8 hours. So there is a clear need for an alternative measures and for us to continuously look at ways in which we can address diabetes. First, to try to prevent it, then to manage its consequences so people can continue to live productive lives despite the fact that they have diabetes. One of the many things that government is trying to do at the moment to address the issue of diabetes is to try to create an environment in which it is easier for people to do the kinds of things, to make the choices that help them move towards a healthier life. You will have noticed in the last 2 budgets, government has now introduced taxation on sugar-sweetened beverages. Sugar-sweetened beverages, now that 2 years in a row, we've put the taxation, and we continue to increase the taxation. Why do we do this? Because we want all parents, when you want to give something nice to your children to drink, that you go for an option that is healthier. And we're trying to make all of these soft drinks that are so colorful when you look at them in the stands, that they're so colorful. They look so nice, but they bring death. They bring disease. And that's what government is trying to do, make them more expensive. And I think the message that needs to go out to everybody, I was speaking in my church last Sunday, and I was telling the people in my church You know, whenever you buy somebody a lolly or when you buy them a Coke, you think you're helping them. You're actually killing them. When you buy the things that you give to people, you think that you're doing it as a reward because they're being nice, but you're actually killing them by buying the wrong kinds of things. And that's what government is trying to do. Make these things more expensive so people move towards healthier options. The best thing to drink in the world is water. If you want something sweet, get him some boo. Or have some mango, have some popo that has nice juice. Don't buy all the stuff that is actually killing people. And I've also noticed now we are trying to make sure that people that do have diabetes, that the NCD medications are available. Some of these medications are included under the free medicine scheme, and they will be made more available. We also, within our health facilities, we are extending our pharmacy opening hours so people can access these medicines as and when they need them. And this is in line with the strategic plan for the Ministry of Health and Medical Services. Diabetes Fiji has embarked on a 4-year project that is trying to look at a holistic approach to prevention and management of diabetes. Not just the prevention, but managing those that do have diabetes with a special focus on food care. Also in government now we have realized that in order to address the growing impact of NCDs, it is not something that we can do within the Ministry of Health itself. So we have establishing for NCDs as a whole a multi-sectoral task force in which ministers will sit to look at developing new policies that we need to implement in other areas like agriculture, like trade, like local government and urban development to try to address the issue of NCDs. One of the great developments that we have seen recently has been the creation of diabetes community peer groups worldwide, and this has been shown to be an effective and successful tool for communities to be empowered. And I know that Diabetes Fiji has been heavily involved in this, and we thank them and congratulate them for that. These diabetes community groups, they develop a sense of camaraderie and allows the members to share knowledge amongst those that have diabetes. The new food clinic that we are here to open has been established to strengthen food care services in the hospital. But the building alone cannot infuse the vision that guides the hospital development. It is the passion and interaction between healthcare providers and people living with diabetes that makes a difference and ensures the new food clinic supports a higher level of healthcare. The service goal is preventing amputation through early detection of abnormalities, education of clients, and empowering people living with diabetes to take a more proactive approach to health and wellness. Regular screening is now needed to identify high-risk cases, appropriate action required to address their needs, inspection of the feet of every person living with diabetes, and offering the correct advice should be a priority activity to our community to avoid unnecessary amputations. And I think the first part is very important, regular screening. I hope everybody here, when we had the NCD month last month, that all of us got screened. Did you all get screened last month? Everybody? You all get screened? Yes or no? Yes, you must get screened. And this is what I've been telling my family, my church, my community. You must get screened while you are still healthy. You must get screened. Whenever there's an opportunity to get screened, people must get you. This is a big problem with our local population. When we are about to die, then we go to hospital. And by then the doctors say it's too late. And then people say this hospital is a hopeless hospital. No, the problem was you did not take yourself first. Get screened, understand your situation, listen to the advice, implement and follow the advice. And I think this is a responsibility that everybody must have. The government must have it, the church must have it, other religious bodies must take up this responsibility of making sure that the people in our community get screened. We must take personal responsibilities for our family. Our church groups, our religious groups must take personal responsibility for the congregation to make sure they bring people forward, get screened and follow up to make sure they implement the advice that they have been given. We must ensure that with appropriate actions and advice, that people living or at risk of diabetes can still have a healthy and fruitful life. One, we want to prevent it. Secondly, if they do have diabetes, help them to have a fruitful and healthy and fulfilling life. And I would like to thank the Diabetes Fiji for the initiative to take on the mammoth task with the Ministry of Health and Medical Services in empowering our health professionals and the community. The Fijian government will soon have 142 medicines as part of the free medicine scheme being made available in all the retail pharmacies in Fiji, hopefully from September. And this will allow people to access those medications and that way alleviate the financial debt that they have faced. So today marks another milestone in the Ra subdivision. It's a day of hope for the communities of Ra, and especially those living with diabetes or at risk of diabetes, to improve their health and the health of their family members. And with this note, I hope the words that I've shared with you today is something that you will also go out in your communities and share it with other people, so that together we can work to try to prevent diabetes, or where diabetes is present, to make sure that we can manage it. So even despite the fact that people have diabetes, they can still live fruitful and healthy lives. On that note, I think these words I'll have to declare when I go to the food clinic. Okay? On that note, I close this address before we move across and declare the food clinic open. Thank you very much for listening. It's like Moses parting the Red Sea.
Yes.
Right? And now, there's a lovely young lady that we have here. Lovely hair. My pleasure to take these scissors and to cut this ribbon to open this room, which will be a place for treatment of the people that with diabetics in the Rakiraki subdivision. May it always help all the people that have diabetes in this area. Please, Naka.
Even this year, we have lots of the numbers of patients
So the
facing
awareness has gone up, eh?
The
The chaser. The chaser is the problem.